Okay, hi everybody. Sorry about that if you just watched the beginning of my first attempt at this video. My orientation wasn't working properly, so I thought I would just turn it off and try again. And I do have my laptop set up beside me, so let me just do a quick check to make sure that we're up and running correctly. And it looks like we are. That's fantastic. Okay. Again. I will turn my sound down so I don't hear myself. If you are watching, thank you for joining me. It's frigid cold outside, minus 30 degrees if you're in the Hamilton, Ontario area, actually all over Canada, I think. But here it's minus 30 degrees with the wind chill, so it's so cold. And what a better way to spend the afternoon if you're stuck inside than crafting. So I have a super cute card to show you guys today. If you are watching, let me know, comments. I am watching on my laptop, so I want to interact with you guys. And if you like this video and if you have friends that craft, please share it. I love to share my crafting with people all over, and I really love that you guys share, and I really appreciate that as well. So today's card, before we actually get started, it does feature the new Party Pandas set. So that's this one right here. This comes from the brand new Celebration sale and brochure that we have going on right now. This is so cute, this set, you guys. I've played with it a couple of times, and I can already tell that this one is going to be so popular, and it just makes super cute cards. So it comes from this Celebration brochure. And as you can see, I'll show you a couple things. There are some super cute stuff here. There's the heartfelt blooms. This is an also popular one with demonstrators right now. People are creating like beautiful cards with that. You got these projects here that you can see that's been created with it. You've got the mixed medallion card kit, so you could choose that. What other some good ones here? Lots of lavender. So these are all stamp sets that you can earn for free. So there's level 1 stamp sets, and these are the ones that I'm showing you. And so these sets are free when you spend $60 on items from the annual catalog or our new occasions catalog, which I'll show you in a second. Like, look at this one. This is a Sweet Story Memories and More card pack. So whether you're into scrapbooking or you can use this kit for cards, isn't that so pretty? You could do so much with this one. So that could be yours for with a $60 purchase. And this one as well is super popular. Epic Celebrations would be fantastic for a kid's card, nieces, nephews, anyone, or even if the big kids in your life. It's just such a fun card. And then of course the Party Pandas are there as well. I mean, look at those cards. The one, I'm so excited to do the one with you today. So those are what we call level 1 rewards with the Celebration. So those are free with the $60 purchase, but Stampin' Up! Has also introduced a new level 2. So when you spend $120, you can either choose 2 level 1 items, or you can choose the level 2 item. And the level 2 item is this Happy Wishes. Look at that set. That is so pretty. Actually, I'm waiting for this one to come in myself. Hoping it should be here early next week so I can start showing some projects with that one. So be sure to check my page and my blog, thestampinggirl.com, because I'll have some beautiful cards created with that one. So that's the Celebration. And the new catalog that we have is the Occasions catalog. You guys, there's so many fun things in here. It's all online. If you go to www.thestampinggirl.com, you can view the catalog and check out some fun projects. I just participated in a blog hop, so you can follow along with that blog hop. Like, look at this set. This is a really popular set right now, Picture Perfect. I think it's next on my list. Like, look how bright and cheery that is. You could create just such amazing things with that. So yeah, Celebration, when you spend $60 in either this catalog or the annual catalog, you get to choose free Celebration sets. So without further ado, I will get onto the card featuring the Party Pandas. With this one, I'm also using the birthday delivery stamp set and the dies, so you can get this as a bundle. The Birthday Friends framelit dies. This is in our annual catalog. It received a lot of press, I guess you could say, in the beginning, but it's just one of those ones that you can use over and over again, so I thought I could pair it with the Party Pandas and create a super cute card. So I'll show you guys at the end. And the good thing about this is that if you like the set, you can get this bundle, and then you can also choose the Party Pandas for free. So you could buy the bundle and get this free and create your own awesome super cute cards with it. So yeah, I just chose to do it because wait till you see this card, guys. It's just so cute. So if you are joining me again, please comment and like and share my video. I would really appreciate it. Even after this video, if you can't stay, share it to watch for later. Let me know where you're from. You know, I just love what I do, and I'm just so excited that you're here. Okay, so with this card, I'm going to be doing some embossing and die cutting. So for the embossing, you will need your heat emboss tool, and of course you will need your little embossing buddy. And the colors that we're going to use today are Pool Party, Island Indigo, and your basic black. We'll also be using the Pool Party and Island Indigo Stampin' Up markers. These two colors here, Pool Party, Island Indigo, and if you add in some Pacific Point, those are probably my all-time favorite ink colors that we have. So I tend to always go for the blues. But this is what you'll need today. We're also going to use our stitch-shaped framelit dies, and of course you'll need some adhesive, which always helps making cards. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing you're going to need is your card base. So that is 8.5 by 5.5, and you're just going to fold that in half. If you do have your bone folder, you can just make a little crease to flatten it out a bit. You have your card base. Next, you're going to use the Pool Party cardstock. That is 4 inches by 5 1/4. Okay, that's going to be your top layer. And what we're going to do is we're going to create our own sort of DSP. So we're going to take the cake stamp set right here, the cake stamp right here, and we're going to turn this cardstock into a pretty piece of art. So with this one, I'm going to use my D block. My D block is my most used block. I use it for a lot of stamps, and most of the time it's what I use. And then you'll also need your Pool Party ink. As you can see, either myself or some of my friends wasn't too careful when making Christmas cards, because you can see I got Merry Christmas stamps in there. So you always want to wipe your stamps in between each color use, because you don't want to end up with an ink pad like that. It still works though. It's alright. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just going to pop on to see if there are any comments or anything. Alright. Just want to make sure my page is clean. So you're going to want to go ahead and just stamp that up. This pad is running out of ink, so I'm going to make sure that it's really covered. And I apologize if I'm a little bit weird. I got a tripod stand right in front of me while I do this. So what you're going to do is I'm going to just make sure I'm okay here. I'm going to stamp the cake right in the center of this card. Because it's a lighter color, I like to just be a little bit more firmer with my, shaky camera. I like to be a little more firmer when I'm pressing the ink down, the stamp down. Okay, and actually, because I'll be stamping off with this, I'm actually going to bring in my grid paper. Grid paper is available to anybody, any customer and demonstrator. It's great when you're making cards like this and you need to stamp off. It comes in a huge pad and lasts a long time. So if you haven't tried it yet, I would highly recommend looking into it. Okay, and then you're going to just stamp next to it. Sort of line it up as best as you can. Try not to hit the tripod here. And so you're going to get half a cake. There you go. See, you notice already that it's turning into something really pretty. And then you're going to stamp sort of in between the cakes at the top. You can see that I missed there, but that is okay, because that's when you can take your Stampin' Right marker and just do a little fix and you can't really notice. Okay, and then you're going to do the same thing on the bottom. So to just go in the middle there. You guys are so quiet. If you're here, feel free to chat. You guys are so quiet today. So there you go. That's our layered paper. That isn't that super cute already, and you haven't even done much. So what we're gonna do is I'll get you to go ahead and adhere that piece of paper to your card base. And I use snail adhesive. I know a lot of demonstrators like the fast fuse. I just find snail really easy to work with, and it's just what I like best. So that's my adhesive of choice. And you're just going to put this on as center as much as possible. There you go. And the snail is very forgiving. It allows you to sort of lift up the paper a little bit if you happen to not get centered and you want to try to recenter it. It's very forgiving that way. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to use our Big Shot. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to do something else first. We're going to stamp that cute little panda. So I just have a scrap piece of Whisper White here. Actually, that's not my most white. Okay. And I'm going to grab that little panda. And we're going to use this cute guy with the little party hat on him. It's that one right there. I'm just going to use a baby wipe to clean off my other stamp. And then I'm going to take this little panda, just put him right on the center. And then of course we're going to use the basic black ink. So I recently refilled this ink, so it's nice and wet. So you want to make sure that he's all black, just like that. Okay, and then he's ready to be stamped. Now I do like to press firm with this guy, just to make sure that all the black is in. See, sometimes you end up with something like that. Then, my basic black marker is not gone. If that happens, sometimes I'll just take my basic black Stampin' Right marker, which I can't seem to see right now. Or you could take just a little Sharpie and fill it in. No one will ever know. There's my tip for you today. And while we're doing that, while you have the black ink out, we're going to grab this little flag here from the birthday delivery stamp set and also stamp that with the black ink. This stamp set here actually comes with 23 different stamps, and that's what I love about it, because it's very versatile. You could do kids cards or adult cards with this, in my opinion. So we're gonna grab that, and I will just switch out my panda for the flag. And I will probably put this just over here. You got that cute little flag. Look at the detail on that too. Already looks pretty, and we've barely done, we've only just stamped the shape. Now before we do anything with the flag, I'm going to close this. We are going to cut out this little panda. Now unfortunately there are no dies with this set, so you do have to fussy cut. You do have to fussy cut it out, but that's okay. It looks super cute once it's cut out, and while I'm doing this we can chat. So if you are here, let me know that you're here. You guys are so quiet. I can tell you about a couple of things. So I talked about celebration, but let me also talk about joining Stampin' Up, because during celebration it's the perfect time to join Stampin' Up and the Stampin' Up family. My team is growing, and I say it's the best time because you can get the kit for $135, and you get to choose $165 worth of Stampin' Up products from the annual catalog or the occasions catalog. And what's great about this is that you can actually, you choose what you want, so you build your own kit. How amazing is that? And on top of that, because it's celebration, you get to choose 2 additional stamp sets of your choice from the catalog, the annual catalog or the occasions catalog. And all you do is pay $135 plus tax. There is no shipping, which is huge cost savings in itself. And of course you do get the business items with it, so you will get your order forms and all that kind of stuff with it. There are so many reasons to join. The biggest thing I like about it is the community and the people that I've met. And I've met so many awesome people. Everyone on my team and my uplines team, my amazing customers. It really is so fun. And you know, I have classes and stuff, so I like to get out there and meet people, and it's just a really great community to be in, and you always have someone to craft with no matter what. And so that is a big perk to me. So if you've ever thought about joining, you can find more information on my blog at thestampinggirl.com, or of course just send me a message or contact me through my blog or by email at thestampinggirl@outlook.com. And I am more than happy to sit with you or chat with you over the phone to talk about what it means to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, if you like. Okay, and with that I am done. Look at this cute little panda. Isn't it just so cute? So cute, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to come in with my Stampin' Up! Markers. I'm going to change it up with what I did before, and I'm going to color the hat in with Pool Party. Hopefully you guys can see that. So the main color I will do in Pool Party, just like that. And then I'll go in with the Island Indigo and color in those polka dots. Okay guys, how cute is that? We haven't even put it on the card yet, but look how cute this little panda is. So sweet. Okay, and then we're going to take our little flag, and with the Island Indigo ink, we are going to stamp the saying in it. So we're going to put hip hip hooray in the flag. It's going to say hip hip hooray. So again, I'm going to take my D block because I just love my D block. You can see that it says hip hip hooray. I'm going to ink that up. Make sure that it's nice. Because I want to make sure that it really shows through. This pad I think also needs to be refilled, so I need to make sure that it's nice. Okay, so you're just going to place that in right in the center of the flag. It fits perfectly. Look at that. You have a cute little flag, and I just hit the tripod. Sorry about that. It might be a little shaky right now. Okay. Clean off my stamp. It's so easy to lose things around here. If you could see my workspace right now, you would probably be really appalled with it. So I'll move those out of the way. Next we're going to do some cutting. So we're going to cut this out using one of the dies from the Birthday Friends framelit. And that is the flag dies. That's this one right here. So what I should point out about these dies, like look at, you can get the little fox and the little girl and there's a poodle, is that these framelits actually coordinate with the Birthday Friends Designer Series paper too. So the shapes that you see on the paper actually can be cut out with these dies. Like, how awesome is that? Another reason to love this set. And while we're using the Big Shot, we're also going to take the opportunity to cut out a circle using a stitch shaped framelit. This is the second largest circle. You guys, these are my most used dies ever. If you don't have the stitch shaped framelit dies yet, you need them. I'm telling you, you need them. I use them all the time. I got my sister hooked on them, and I think she has her own set now. They're just so versatile, and you can just, it just adds a little extra something to your cards because it just adds a stitch detail to the shapes, and it's amazing. So I will take my Big Shot quickly, and I will line up my die with the flag in between my plates. Through the Big Shot. Look how easy that is. And then you get this cute little flag. So cute. And while we're doing that, as I said, we're going to cut a circle out of the stitch shapes. As you can see, I like to keep scraps of paper. So if you're using pieces of paper that you have punch or anything, if it's got stuff left on it, keep it and use it for additional projects. That way you're not wasting paper. So I will bring that to the Big Shot as well. I should point out that Celebration is a great time to purchase a Big Shot because you get 2 free Celebration items with the purchase of a Big Shot. Or if you're thinking about joining and already have stamps and supplies, Big Shot is a great opportunity to get your kit as part of your kit, because you still get the free additional items with it. Okay. So you can see we got our stitch shapes framelit. We got our little panda. We got our flag, and one thing I actually forgot that we're using is our silver metallic thread. Super fine thread, just adds a little extra to cards. I admit that I don't use it that often, but when I do, it really makes helps things to pop. Okay. All right, so next we are also going to use this little piece of Whole Lot of Lovely Designer Series paper. Our Designer Series paper are all double-sided, so there's florals on one, and then there's these black and white dots on the other. And of course, I want to use black and white because pandas are black and white. So with that, we're going to start building our card a little bit. So take back your base. And actually, we're going to take this and we're just going to trim it down a little bit. And we're just going to cut edges off diagonally, just like that. Okay. And we're going to adhere it to our paper, just down here. I would say about there. Okay. We're also going to take our cute little panda. Just add a little bit of adhesive on him. And we're going to put him right on the stitch shaped framelit. Just like that. I didn't put any adhesive behind his little arms, and you'll see why after, but sort of the other areas you certainly can. And then actually we're going to need some dimensionals. I would say about 4. Okay. We're going to take those right off, take the backings right off. And then you're going to take some metallic thread. Let's go with that. And you're going to use your dimensionals to sort of hold your thread in place as you create sort of just little circles around it. So I want little, I want some silver to hang out on this side and the thread to hang out on this side as well. So I'm going to just sort of keep looping it around just like that. See that? And don't be afraid if you have to add, or if you think you have to add another dimensional, if it helps you, which I will right there just in case. Okay, so you're just gonna do that. It will help hold. I'm not the best at using thread. That's why I think I don't use it so often, but I do think it adds something extra to your cards. So don't be afraid to play with it. Sometimes, especially when you're working with such a fine piece of thread, it can take a little bit of time to get used to. Actually, I'm gonna just move those over so slightly. There we go, that's better. Bear with me here. You can tell I don't use it very often. That's okay though. It's part of the part of your learning process. And of course, as a demonstrator, I'm always learning, and I welcome the learning, especially with stuff that I haven't tried or have been maybe too afraid to try. It's all part of the fun. So that's probably okay. Obviously, it doesn't look like much right now, but wait until we get to the card and you can trim off any excess. Okay. Okay, and then you're going to take that and you're going to, actually I'm just going to fix that thread first. There we go. Okay, you're just going to stick that little panda on there, just right there. Okay. Then you're also going to put a little bit of adhesive just underneath this corner here for the next step. And then a little bit on sort of the flag handle. And then you're going to need a dimensional up at the top and down at the bottom, because it's going to be the same height as the framelit. And you're just going to tuck the handle in and behind his little hand arm and put that right there. Okay, how cute does that look so far, guys? So cute, right? If you are joining me, thank you very much. Make sure you say hello, comments, let me know where you're watching from. I do like to interact with you guys, but you guys are really quiet crowd today. Or maybe I'm just not seeing your comments. I hope that's not the case. Okay, and the last step that we're going to do with this card is do some embossing. So you're going to take a scrap black paper. As I said, it's always great to keep those extra pieces of paper. And we are going to take I already have it out, the Let's Celebrate Your Day stamp. That's this one right here. I'm going to put it on my trusty D block. And I should have mentioned this at the front, at the beginning, sorry. We do need our Versamark. So Versamark is a watermark stamp pad, also lets you use embossing powder and glitter and all that kind of stuff, so it's a really good one to have on hand. So you just want to make sure that's inked up really well. Making sure I don't have any. I wiped it off last night with a baby wipe, this stamp set, so I just want to make sure I don't got any sort of fluff stuck to it. Okay, so you're going to ink it up real well. I like to make sure I press firmly with that one. Don't do that. I'm going to do that one over again. It's okay. Actually, the first thing you want to do, can't forget the step, is just to rub the paper with your embossing buddy. That will get rid of any static or friction. You'll notice some white powder on it, but that will go away. It just prevents any extra embossing powder from sticking to the paper and adhering to the paper, because you don't want that. Okay, and then you're gonna, this is my little tray, my little pink tray that I use for embossing powder. I know some other demonstrators use containers or they have bigger trays, but I have this one. It's cute. I like pink, so. Now, I could not for the life of me find my white embossing powder. That's what I would have used on this card, so I apologize that I'm using a color that's no longer available, and that is Pool Party. But I cannot find my white embossing powder. It is driving me crazy. So this is what we're going to use. And I just like to sprinkle embossing powder. I like to be a little bit generous with it, just because I want to make sure that it's really covered. So you can see that that's what you'll get. And then you're going to take your heat tool, which is this trusty guy. Hopefully it's not too loud on your end. And you're going to heat emboss it. If you haven't done this before, hopefully you can still hear me. It's really neat, and you will be able to see the powder just sort of melt together. It's a really neat effect, actually. Sometimes it could take a minute or so just to heat up. Hopefully you guys can see it changing. It sort of goes from being more of a pixel to something solid. Like, look how cute that is, even by itself. Doesn't take too long at all. Now you want to just give that a minute before you touch it. If you try to touch it right away, I know sometimes I've done it where it just sort of wipes off, then you have to start over. So I just like to let that go for a second. Sometimes I'll give it a little blow, but you don't want to like just rub it off right away. Okay, so that seems okay. So what I'm going to do with this is cut it down. I'm not going to put it on the card like this. I'm going to cut it in half into 2 pieces. I don't want to be perfect with this because I think that's what makes it special. So it's okay if it's not perfect. Sort of, it gives the card a little extra character that way. Get rid of your scraps. Let's move some things out of the way here. So I'm going to use, what I'm going to do is behind the lets, I'll put a little bit of adhesive there. Then I'm also going to take one of our newer mini dimensionals. These guys are so cute. Fits perfectly on little pieces, no more cutting, dimensionals in half, which is great. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put a little adhesive on the behind the your and take a mini dimensional and put it on the other side. Then you don't need that anymore. Actually, I'm going to get rid of this if we don't need it anymore either. So you're going to put the Let's Celebrate right here. And then you're just going to put your day right underneath. And I don't really want it to be too straight because it's a party, right? And that's it. There is your cute Party Pandas card mixed together with the birthday delivery stamp set. I hope you love it. I just think this is so adorable. The colors again are Pool Party and the basic black, and I've also added in some Island Indigo in there, some silver metallic thread, and it is just so cute, you guys. I do hope you enjoyed that. So just to recap, birthday delivery set mixed in with the Birthday Friends framelit. Together you can get it as a bundle, and then if you wanted to, you can take advantage of Celebration and get this super adorable Party Panda set, and of course make your own version of this cute card. If you did enjoy that, I hope you did. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon on this very cold, frigid day. I would love for you to share this video after it's done. Please share it with your friends and fellow crafters. And of course, I'd love to hear from you. Please visit my blog at www.thestampinggirl.com. You can access my shop and see all sorts of other projects from the new Celebration sale and the Occasions catalog. And that's it for me. So thanks again for joining. I will see you next time. Bye.